Hey traders, if there's ever a trending slow grind up type of market and you're having trouble finding entries, I'm going to show you a really cool trick to get sniper entries with anchored VWAP for an easy 10 to 20 points on NASDAQ. So if you find this useful, like and subscribe. I'm going to be sharing more free content like this in the future. All right, so finding your anchored VWAP tool, it's going to be over here on the projections tool. You'll find it right here, anchored VWAP. And basically what you're gonna do is mark a high, the current high, and wait for the trend to cross through that. So I'm gonna show you an example. So here, the market has been trending up. I'll show you, scroll back so you can see. It's been trending up for most of the morning, and we have a little bit of a consolidation here. So maybe I want to find an entry long. What I'm going to do is take my anchored VWAP tool, mark it at the recent high. If I'm looking in this area right here, you can see there's a dip down, a pullback, and then it starts to go back up. I'm going to find my entry once it passes above this high of day anchored VWAP. One thing I'm going to do though is confirm it with volume, because you can see it kind of chops around here a little bit. And this candle, I'm on the 1 minute chart, this candle right here, it does close above. But if you look down here at volume on the cursor, the one that I'm on, that volume is a little bit low. It's not until these next two 1 minute candles where it continues to close above and do it with volume. So that's where I would enter long. So I'm going to say right there, I'm going to enter long, put my stop loss at the previous swing low, and you can target to your discretion. So you can do maybe a 1-to-1. You could do just go for a straight 20 points, whatever your liking is. But let's say we do a 1-to-1. There, it would have hit profit right there. So I'm going to go ahead and close out that trade and remove that anchored VWAP, and we can look for another entry. So here it continues to trend up. We have a nice pullback. Let's say we want to look for another entry. You can do this again. So I'm going to take my anchored VWAP, put it at this previous high, and again, wait for a closure above and a bullish move above that anchored VWAP. So it's kind of chopping around here. I would not take that entry yet. This is the first 1 minute candle that closes above. Volume is not super impressive, so I would not take that one. I would wait until this bar right here. So it's a much stronger close, and there's a confirmation down here with volume. So that is where I'm going to take my long at the top of that 1 minute close and put my stop loss here at the previous swing low. And again, we can stick with that same 1-to-1 risk to reward. And it would have hit your target right around here. All right. So obviously this isn't going to work all the time, but when you have a trending day, this is a really good strategy to take little scalps. So I'm going to delete that one and we can do it again. So here, kind of a consolidation, a little bit of a pullback. And obviously in hindsight, we see that it goes up, but let's see where we maybe would have taken our entry. So there is the high. I'm going to put my anchored VWAP there. Chops around the VWAP, no real strong closure yet until this 1 minute candle right there. You can see volume is much higher right there. So that's what I'm going to take at the top of that 1 minute closure. That's where I'm going to take my long, put my stop loss there. And obviously I wouldn't have known that it's going to jump that high. So let's just say we have that 1-to-1 risk to reward right about there, and it would have hit your profit. All right. So I'm going to show you when I would not take this. So you can see it's kind of starting to slow down a little bit here. Let's put another anchored VWAP. Let's move it to this high. And it does work here. So that one right there, it's not quite closing above. The volume is not really confirming. So that is where volume confirms and there's a strong bullish close above. So let's see one more time if this works. Put the stop loss right below that previous swing low and 1-to-1 risk to reward. Ooh, barely. You could have maybe manually closed it out, but it would not have hit it with a limit order. So that is where you can start to see it slow down. The volume is not really confirming it as much anymore, and the trend is starting to go down. So obviously that works while it works, and then it starts to, there's going to be a bigger need for a pullback. So I'm going to delete that one. It works in the opposite direction as well. So let's say you saw, felt like it was going to start to go down and you want to start taking shorts. So there is a lower low and then a retrace high. So you can take an anchored VWAP on this recent swing low and then wait for the closure below with the same thing. So this, let me spread it out so you guys can see it a little bit better. This is probably the first 1 minute candle that starts to close below this anchored VWAP, and there is a little bit of an increased bump in selling volume there. So you could have taken a short at the bottom of that swing low or bottom of that closure, put your stop loss above that swing low and target 1-to-1. There you go. Would have hit that one. And you can continue. You guys are hopefully getting the point. Down, down, down. The win rate is high. The risk to reward is low. It's a really good way to get sniper entries when you're in that grinding up type of market, where you just can't seem to find an entry because there's not a big pullback to a big support or resistance area. So that would have worked really well today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'm happy to expand on things further, and hopefully that helps.